Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fortunes, and I'm live with Mr. Odoemene Tochi, right from the United States of America. And today we want to quickly talk about a very important topic that borders on the, on the medical profession and also on the nation as a whole. And it is the bill currently before the House of Representatives seeking to, ensure that doctors, once they graduate, practice for 5 years before they are granted their full practicing license. Now, the questions are, isn't that a violation of the fundamental right of these doctors? One, is it in the best interest of the country that this law is being passed? And the lawmakers, is it not a case of, placing the cart before the horse? What happens to medical tourism when our leaders don't even believe in the doctors we have in this country? And then finally, are our doctors well paid? Isn't that the reason why we are having this, situation where doctors are leaving the country in droves? So I'm going to leave Mr. Odoemene Tochukwu to fire the first shot. Sir, your view on this very, topical issue, sir.
Yeah, like I stated before, there is no point trying to impose citizens on what they should do and how they should do it.
Okay.
First of all, migrating to practice abroad is not against the law.
Oh, wow.
And trying to put a restraint on them is to violate their, human rights.
When you say it's not against the law, what do you mean, sir? What do you mean when you say it's not that migrating to practice abroad is not against our law? What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, every Nigerian have a right to freedom, to right to movement, and practicing abroad does not contravene our law in any way. So if they really want to discourage them, they are trying to restrain them, which is a wrong thing. They should rather discourage them by trying to make their practice more conducive and much more encouraging in Nigeria. There are so many factors that might discourage medical practitioners in Nigeria, starting from their pay. Their remuneration is so low. They should review their pay and pay them better, at least to be able to compete favorably with their international counterparts.
Wow.
Another one is work environment.
Now let us look at this issue from the point of view. Sorry that I'm cutting you right now because I need to ask questions. Then you bring you provide solutions, with your well-informed view. Now, is this decision not in the best interest of the citizens? Because right now Nigeria has a deficit when it comes to the number of medical doctors that we have in Nigeria. Please, your take on this.
Well, to say if it is either in the best interest of the citizens or not, I don't know what to say about that. Medical doctors are citizens too. You don't displease Peter to please Paul. So there can be a win-win situation where medical doctors can be happy and citizens can be happy too. So they can pay them better, make the environment more conducive, and the citizens can be happy too.
Now, you did talk about, violating the fundamental right of these doctors by restricting them to Nigeria. Now, when the matter was being debated in the House, the Speaker, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, did state, he quoted Section 45, subsection 1 of the Nigerian Constitution, and he said that there are times when this fundamental right, the right to freedom of movement, can actually be restrained in public interest. And he cited public health as one of those times when those rights can actually be, be curtailed. So what is your view on this?
Yeah, he is right, but he's using the writing at the wrong context. Freedom of movement can be regulated or restricted for the interest of public health. And a good example will be COVID-19. During the COVID-19 era, people were forced to stay at home because of the interest of public health and public interest. That is what that means. Not imposing a selected group of people because of their career, choosing career that does not violate the law. And they're moving around does not pose a risk, medical or otherwise, to the public health. So why are you restraining them?
Now, in your view, in one word, someone said that the same lawmakers and government trying to restrict that's a word, trying to restrict our doctors from traveling abroad, from seeking greener pastures. Do not believe in, even in our doctors, that even at the slightest opportunity, you see them hop on any available planes and they are out of Nigeria seeking medical treatment. So
exactly,
I mean, do they have any moral right to now stop Nigerian doctors from traveling abroad when they themselves do not believe in them? Please, what do you have to say to this?
Well, you see, yeah, I mean, there are some things that they should have looked into. One of them would have been medical tourism among elected officials, because you can't be my cook and you don't eat the food you prepare.
Wow,
So
wow, wow.
they cannot make us believe that they want a good healthcare sector or they're doing their best when they don't even use what they prepare. So to encourage the citizens, they need to be able to use the healthcare they make available for them.
Now, I had someone say that this bill is akin to or tantamount to placing the cart before the horse. That the first thing the government should have done, or our lawmakers, let me put it rightly, is to have enacted a bill, a law stopping medical tourism by government officials who use taxpayers' money to seek medical treatments abroad. Do you agree with this assertion?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay. Okay. So, in other words, the government should, maybe side by side, also ensure that we put a permanent end to medical tourism by government officials. I was having a private conversation with you the other day, and one of the things you told me was that any government official that insists on going abroad to seek medical treatment should resign from his position and use his own private money to seek such help.
Yeah, that's what I think.
So do you still share this view publicly now?
Yeah, I think, I mean, as a public office holder, you shouldn't use the public fund for medical tourism abroad. I mean, that's someone's country. We can't use our taxpayers' money to patronize another economy when we have the same service within our country.
Okay. Now, as we round up, I want to ask you, now, if you have to itemize it, what and what should our government be focusing on? And please, in providing this solution, I want you to also please, focus on, healthcare in Nigeria and the deficit that we have as per medical doctors. Please let your response be a holistic one, sir.
Okay, let me state my last here to is. I think they should focus on making practice better in Nigeria. If it means paying doctors better, improving standard of their living by making sure that work environment is okay, and first of all, reaching out to them to understand exactly what their major concerns are individually. Doctors will be in a better position to state what their challenges are and what motivate them to travel abroad.